Hello and welcome to this week's Ladies Football Show, brought to you by the 42 and the LGFA. So we're up and running once again after the beast from the east and whatnot stopped us last Wednesday, but we've plenty to get through ahead of the O'Connor Cup weekend this weekend, and it's sponsored by Gourmet Food Parlour. So my name's Emma Duffy. I'm delighted to be joined today by two players who'll be bidding for that very title in IT Blanchardstown and Abbottstown across Saturday and Sunday. To my right we have Laurie Ryan from Clare and UL, and also joining us is Galway's Nicola Ward, who'll be lining out with UCD. How are we, girls?
Good, yeah.
Busy morning getting photos and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Posing away.
Wouldn't be like you.
Yeah, we were over in Santry there in the Gourmet Food Parlour, so good promotion photos and everything whatnot for the weekend ahead. So
brilliant, and it's great, I suppose, to have a sponsor for the first ever year.
Yeah, it's excellent, and they're doing a lot of work, I suppose, as well over the last few weeks. So I suppose there's just such a good buzz now coming up to the weekend.
Brilliant. And looking to the weekend, of course, Saturday we have two very interesting semi-finals. So we have DCU and UCD first off at 1 o'clock, and then we have UL and UCC, which is a repeat of last year's final, Laurie.
Yeah, exciting. Never know what to expect from UCC going into a weekend. They always give a performance, so I suppose you have to be very aware of them as well.
Brilliant. But look, like college football in general, it's kind of special, and Nicola, you've spoken about it at length over the last few days. It's one of your favourite competitions.
Yeah, absolutely. I suppose this week now, you're kind of waiting for it to come. The week is kind of dragging out. It's going so slow because you're so excited towards it. I suppose there's just like such a good buzz coming up to it. Like especially as well with, like, say your incoming first years and that, like, they have never been here before or like experienced it before, so it's good to have them on board as well, and just to be playing at like the top level in colleges football. It's absolutely excellent, and you're coming up against like top county players, and you're just, it's such a challenge, like, and it's such a good opportunity as well.
And I suppose on that, like the standard, Laurie, maybe you could kind of compare, or is there a way to compare kind of college football with inter-county?
Oh, definitely. The standard set within the colleges is something that we've all, I think, tried to bring back to our counties in a way. The fact that we're all treated like pretty much equally with the men's inside in the colleges, and the resources that we have access to is definitely helping us thrive inside in the colleges, and I think that's what's standing to us when it comes to these competitions, that the standard is so high because of that.
Of course, and you know there's no shortage of inter-county players in that UL panel, and it's quite a similar panel that you've had over the last few years. Like, you know, you've won it in 2014, 15, UCD won it in 2016, we'll get to that in a few minutes, and then you won it again in 2017, so maybe like you could kind of take us through the panel a bit.
Yeah, I suppose last year we had a lot of first years come in, and we were really focusing on rebuilding, and look, you know, if we got to the weekend, they all put in really big performances for us. And this year again, like, we lost Anna Galvin, our captain, last year, and Lisa Crowley, who would have been two big voices and leaders for us. So the first years coming in, we had to try incorporate them into the team and make them comfortable, and like, we still have a very young team. There's a lot of first and second years, so although we did win it last year, we know that a lot of rebuilding had to go into this year to get us up to scratch again. Exactly,
that's what I was going to say. And do you think there's kind of a bit of an added pressure that you're going in as defending champions this year? I know you've experienced it before, obviously, but do you think it changes it up anyway?
I don't think we have any pressure on ourselves this year. Like, the same way last year going in, we had no pressure on ourselves, and when it came to it, we know if you put in a performance, anyone has a chance of winning at this weekend, because there's only a kick of a ball between every team that ends up there. So I don't think we're putting any pressure on ourselves, but we do want to perform.
Of course. I suppose, Nicola, we'll talk about 2016 maybe and
that
win.
Yeah, I suppose, look, going into 2016, I think UCD hadn't got to the weekend in about like 10 years, and I think for us it was a massive shock to get there, but at the same time I suppose we were going in with nothing to lose. We had no added pressure on us, no one expected anything from us. I think we were completely written off that year, and I think that's what made it so special as well. Coming from the bottom and on the weekend making it to the top, it was excellent. Against UCC, I think we were completely written off. I think that year it was going to be a all Munster final, UL UCC, but I think then when we got grips to them, we knew we can actually do this. But yeah, when the whistle blew in 2016, it was just the best feeling in the world. Yeah, because it's over the weekend, it's such a tough 2 like proper like real intense games over the weekend, it's real hard on the body. So
of course. And I suppose you were in first year at the time, like did you kind of even, I know now you're in third year, you're looking back and you're like, wow, we did it, but at the time did you kind of even sense how special it was?
Yeah, I suppose
it was
I suppose now, like last year, like not winning it and that, like you're kind of like, oh, did I take it for granted? But like just looking back on it and the memories, it's kind of this year now you're like, oh, I want to get back there again, I want to be winning it again, because just because you've won it once, it doesn't stop there. Like you want to be winning more and you want to be at the top of your game, you want to be the top in any kind of games you play or whatnot. So yeah, it was super.
Of course, and I suppose there was that kind of added storyline as well. You're playing against your twin sister Nicola, or Louise, in the final. So she was with UL with Laurie. Nicola got one up.
Look, I suppose we kind of knew that it might happen at some stage. That wasn't the way we had planned. We both planned to go to the same college, but that was just the way it worked out. And I suppose, look, on the day there had to be a winner and a loser, and that's just the way it is, and thankfully it was me. But look, she got hers last year, so we both won each now, so we're happy out.
Of course, and there's that brilliant picture of you afterwards, and I suppose it must have been tough kind of for the family, like you're kind of split emotions.
I know. Well, Dad is a pure UL diehard fan anyways. Mum would be feeling sorry for me sometimes, so she kind of sticks by my side. But no, Dad be out, like he'd be taking time off work and everything to go see the UL game, so he was kind of siding with them, but
he does work in Limerick.
There we go then.
Look, I suppose it was bittersweet. At the like I was absolutely delighted to have won it, but like extremely sorry for her, because she put so much into UL and she put so much into everything that she does. So yeah,
of course. And I suppose it's likely that it could happen again this year.
Always a possibility.
Well, look, I suppose looking to your semi-final first on Saturday, Laurie, UCC, tough opposition. You're no strangers to each other.
I know, and whenever it comes to the weekend, there usually is only a kick of a ball between us. So I think the main thing is never underestimate them. The county players that they have are phenomenal. Like whether they have like Megan Dunford and a lot of the Cork girls still playing with them. So like they're an outfit to be reckoned with, and we know that going in, and they have a system that works really well from them, and it's just up to us to try play our own game and hopefully come out with a result at the end of it.
And I suppose both you kind of have had the same management teams for the past few years as well, so there's that rivalry too.
Yeah, Shane and DJ definitely have a rivalry between them, but yes, they get on so well behind it all as well, so I know it'll be enjoyable, and hopefully it's just about getting a performance and a result out of the semi-final, because you always have to think you could be playing the next day, or you might be going home, and you don't want to be the team going home. Of
course. And can I maybe ask you about that? I suppose playing, you touched on it yourself, Nicola, about playing 2 really high level intense games in 2 days. How do you kind of deal with that?
I think adrenaline gets you through a lot of it, and when you're there it's so special that you actually don't even feel any pain in your body or anything like that. You just cannot wait to get out and play a final, or thinking about getting out on the pitch again. Like their aim is to play 2 matches, and you kind of have it in your head before you get there. So like I've never heard one person complain about having the 2 matches within the weekend. It just makes it a bit more special and a bit more of an occasion, I think.
Of course, and college football obviously is very special, and there is that bond between the players, like living in each other's pockets basically.
Oh, definitely. Like I know below in UL, like we all do everything together, whether it's go for coffee, go for food. We literally, like, anyone want to do this, because we just live in each other's pockets and try to do everything together, and it adds to it as well. It makes it that more special, getting away for a weekend together, and like you're going all out to win All Ireland basically, so it's really nice.
Of course. Well, I suppose, Nicola, maybe we could talk a bit about college away from the football. So you're studying nursing.
Yeah, I'm studying children's and general nursing, so there's a lot of placement, so I'd be in the hospitals an awful lot, so at times it can be a struggle to get back for training and that, so you're kind of hoping they'll push it out like to a later time so you'll make it back, but then so it's kind of 50-50 in the hospitals and 50% like in college and in lectures and that. So I'm kind of lucky enough this semester I haven't missed anything because I'm in college the whole time, so the football pitch is only 5 minutes away or that, so
happy days. But I suppose with placement it is tough to kind of manage everything.
Oh yeah, it's so tough. You're kind of trying to get on to the managers to see, like, organise your days so you can have your days free for training and that, and then you're kind of hoping you'll get off on a Friday so you can make it back for county training at the weekend. So sometimes there's be a bit of trouble there, but yeah, look, I'm enjoying it very much, and I'm enjoying the whole college experience between football and that as well, so yeah, it's great.
Brilliant. And I suppose, Laurie, you're a PhD candidate, so you've been in UL for quite a while.
Yeah, just this will be my 7th year in UL, I suppose, so getting old there now. But yeah, no, same as Nicola, like you have to put the work in college as well, I think, to enjoy playing football, because if you fall behind in the college it becomes a lot more stressful, and it's always something we tell our first years when they come in, like, don't just focus on one thing, try to do everything, and it makes it more enjoyable. And like, I'm lucky enough with the PhD, you get to do a lot of different things, like, so I get to go out to schools once a week and do
Brilliant.
Science shows, and then I get to work in the lab with some of the undergraduates, and TY students come in and stuff, so I get to do a lot of things as well as doing my research, so that makes it more enjoyable as well.
Good stuff. And I suppose we touched on intercounty. I can't let you go without talking about that, but Laurie, yourself, Clare, Division 2, the league's quite competitive this year, we have to say.
Yeah, Division 2, it's been tough going for us so far. I suppose we made the last 2 semi-finals, and we would have been one of the only intermediate teams in Division 2 up until this year, but there's now a 50-50 split, and the competition has gone through the roof, really. Like, you could not call a match. There's no team a mile ahead, bar Tip have been unbeaten, and that's a huge achievement for them and themselves, coming up from Division 3 and doing that. But yeah, we're kind of new management this year and trying to look to settle, and hopefully by the end of the league we'll have come to a better understanding of our team and stuff. That's kind of what we're aiming for.
Good stuff. And I suppose all eyes then on intermediate championship. You've been thereabouts the last few years. 2016. So 2016, yeah, you lost the final, didn't you?
Yeah, by a point. Same as the O'Connor Cup final in 2016.
2016 is not a good year.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But I suppose you're always looking to get back there once you've played in Croke Park once. It's where you want to be. And I think we know we have the players and the capabilities to get there, but it doesn't matter if you don't put in performances on the day, and I think that's what let us down. And hopefully this year now, new management, a breath of fresh air, we can build on what we've done the past 2 years and try to get back there again.
And that experience playing in Croke Park, and you were captain that day as well, like, that's an incredible feat on its own, though. Yeah,
like, you cannot buy the experience you get from playing in Croke Park, no matter what anyone tells you about it or how you're going to be or how you're going to feel. Once you get there on the day, it's completely different to what you could imagine. So, and I suppose on the day Kildare had that experience over us, and it probably stood to them in the end.
Of course. And Nicola, yourself over in Galway, so you didn't play last year, you didn't play county last year, but back on board this year? Yeah,
look, it's brilliant to be back on board. I think last year when we took the year out, I was looking at the telly and seeing Dublin and Mayo playing in Croke Park, and I was like, oh, I want to be there, like, so bad. So yeah, look, I'm delighted to be back. We're kind of pushing for a semi-final place at the minute. We've had 2 wins and a draw and a loss, so we're kind of on board there with Donegal and Mayo pushing for a semi-final place. But look, yeah, I'm enjoying it very much. Everything's going great.
Good stuff. And likewise, Division 1 is quite competitive, and you had that double header a few weeks ago back with Mayo. It didn't go your way on the day, but look, a double header, it's nice to get those.
Yeah, look, I suppose it wasn't nice to lose on your own back pitch, but look, we've learned from that, and look, we're very excited. Like, we're playing Dublin next in 2 weeks' time, so like, it'd be nice to have a crack at them as well. But the double headers are brilliant, like, and they're kind of bringing in crowds, and like, people are getting to see what like ladies football is like, because it is a brilliant sport, and it's like growing so much over the last few years. So it's great to see that it's getting that sort of coverage, and especially it was live on TG Car as well. And you know, normally you wouldn't expect them until the latter stages, like league finals or that. So it is brilliant. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, look, I think that's all we have time for today, but be sure to make your way to the Gourmet Food Parlour O'Connor Cup this weekend if possible, because you don't want to miss this if these 2 girls meet in the final. So just a quick reminder that DCU and UCD is at 1 p.m. on Saturday, while UL and UCC face off at 3, and they're both in IT Blanchardstown, and then the final is in Abbottstown at 4 o'clock on Sunday. It'll also be broadcast live on the TG Car YouTube channel, so you've no excuses now, it's all there. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll be back again next week for more ladies football chat.